Hey, what's going on, everybody? Listen. This is your girl, Carolyn Wilson of Magnify Your Essence. I didn't even know I hit the button, but I hit the button. So if you saw me looking like, what? That's why, because here we are. We just dove right in. Listen, happy Women's History Month. Can you believe it? This is March already. March 2023. 3 years ago, 3 years ago, things changed drastically for us. Big time. A multitude of ways things have changed. But we are here as women, as men, just all together. We're all here. And I'm just thankful and grateful for so many things. So listen, why are we here tonight? First and foremost, give me a comment in the chat so I can shout you out. Let me know where you're tuning in from so I could just say hello and give you some love. And it's been a while since I went live, and I just want to be able to say hello. So let me know where let me give you a shout out where you guys at. Just put it in the chat, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on Instagram, whether you are on YouTube. I need to know where you're coming from, where you're calling from, where you're tuning in from. Let me know. So in the meantime, you are here to hear from one of our amazing. Did I say amazing? I did say amazing. I'm going to say it again. Amazing woman from this her story. So let me just give a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit about who this person is. All I can tell you is that she I'm not gonna tell you nothing. I'm gonna let her tell you. She's like, oh my gosh, she's backstage like, what are you doing? I'm like, just it's good. So I see I got some people gave me some shout outs. So so we got North Carolina here, Facebook here, okay, Allegra. And then I see Nikki from Philly. Hey, so look, you got your sisters came in and supported you. They right here. So listen, without further ado, are you ready to come on? You ready to come on with me, Queen? Let's just get this party started. So you guys know that we have this amazing book out called, I'm about to pull it up, Her Story. Her Story, featuring 25 phenomenal women from around the world. When I tell you that this thing is a movement, this thing is a thing, right? It's happening. Last year was just so amazing. And this all happened during the pandemic, during the time that when things shut down. I said when the world shut down, I turned on. And all of these things just poured right into me. And I said, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and we're going to just go forth. And without any fear, because why not? For such a time as this. And I put the call out, and here we are with 25 phenomenal women. Then after that got birth. Oh, this thing right here. Him Story. Let me tell you, this thing right, these brothers right here, these sisters back here, listen. If you don't have these two books in your library, you need to go get them like right now, right now. But what that did was pave the way. And it paved the way for these next amazing, dynamic, phenomenal women that you will soon learn who they are. And I got one of them with me tonight as we're celebrating the days of her. The days of her. And what is her? Being healed, empowered, resilient. And all of these ladies are resilient. And I'm bringing to you one of the amazing co-author. Oh, I'm sorry. Best-selling. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I see you back there like, yes, the best-selling #1 best-selling author for Her Story 2. Bring it to the stage, Erica Jo Robinson. Come on, girl. Let's
go. Hey, it is awesome to be here, Carolyn. Thank you so much. I appreciate this greatly.
Yes. You're quite welcome. Listen, no time like the present. You know, there's my thing is we just go with the flow. We said, how are we going to do this? So we're just going to rock with it. I didn't even do my intro. I hit the button and I'm like, okay, we're live. Let's go.
It is what it is, right?
It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Look, Allegra was like, come on, Erica. Come on. She's like, better you than me. Better you than me. So tell everybody who you are and where you're from, Queen.
Oh man, I am Erica Jo Robinson, and I'm just a Jersey girl living in VA by way of Washington State.
By way of what? How did you get? Wait a minute, a Jersey girl. So wait a minute, let me see if I got my Jersey girl.
Yes.
Now residing in Virginia.
Yes.
That's easy. By way of Washington State.
By way of Washington State.
So you went from here to there to down here. Or you went from here, then up there, then back, then down. Like you got triangle going on here. What's happening?
Right. Well, I think it would be best explained by saying, I was in the Navy. So 8 years in the military. That should tell you how I got to Washington State. That was my last duty station before I got out. Yes.
The Puget Sound. You was up by the Puget Sound.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
The naval bases up there. Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you first and foremost for your service.
Well, of course.
That phenomenal woman that you are. And so let's just have a little conversation. You ready to have some girls talk?
Yeah, let's do that. I'm ready. Let's do that.
You sure about that? You ready? Okay.
I'm ready. Let's do that.
I think okay. So we had this. So have you heard about this thing called Her Story, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And then what led to that, is this Her Story 2. And 2 is because Her stands for healed, empowered, resilient. Because when you're healed from whatever your past may or may not have been, right? Not because everyone has a past, right?
Yes.
Then you are truly empowered in whatever who you are, how you stance, all of those things. And then that allows you to become resilient. And your resiliency is what builds you up. That's what builds you up strong, because life will continuously throw us curveballs. Life is like, that's why we have 4 seasons, because it constantly changes. Even in places where the temperature stays the same, technically it doesn't. They still go through seasons. They still have the seasons. And that's because life is made to change. And then how do you adapt to the change? See, if we look at, our little friends that are around, the animal world, they adapt to the change. They adapt to the seasons. They adapt to things that are different. They know, they prepare for it. They know it's coming, and then they say, well, okay, they have their good days and they have their crap days. You ever watch a squirrel trying to get nuts and whatever they got to get to get them ready, and then they're like fumbling, and then they're pissed off, and then they skits in. It's like, man, like that was like if I have my little squirrel voice, I'm like, that was a good batch and I just lost it, just went down the drain. Like, I don't know, like it's my squirrel voice, right? That's life for us, right?
Right, absolutely.
But Orange Juice Jones said we just squirrels trying to get in. Okay, that's a whole other. Not that part. Well, okay, so listen. Oh my gosh. Okay, listen, I want to show you your love for a second. Got to give you your love. You got from Her Story, the Tanisha Baker Langley. She jumped on one of your sisters. Hey, y'all from North Kakalaka. And one of your other sisters from across the pond. We'll be hearing from her in the next couple of days. Miss Haley, what's going on? It is tomorrow where she's at. Is it tomorrow yet?
Wow.
If not, she's knocking real close to it.
I'm like, man.
So listen. Let's talk about this Her Story 2. So we had Her Story.
Yes.
Now these women were able to share their stories, and it's really because allowing them to give 12:40 a.m. Yeah, it is already tomorrow. Hello. Have a good day, love. Have a good day. We're not there yet. So there is this thing where that threw me off about the time. So there's this thing when we're saying, you know, we're healed, we're empowered, and we're resilient. And these women all told their stories, not just for them, but for you. What do you want to say to the ladies that were ahead of you? What do you want to say to them? Because you're part of her story too. And
Right,
two
right.
together overcoming obstacles.
Yes, yes. So, and you mean speaking to the ladies that were in the class before?
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
first, I want to say that I understand how difficult it is to blaze a trail. I understand what it takes to stand up and be transparent. And I applaud these women, and I am grateful for the path that they have left for us to come through. I understand what that is, and the courageousness, the absolute courageousness it takes to be transparent, and not transparent in a way that gains the sympathy, but transparent in a way that is powerful. So I thank them for setting that example for us.
Awesome. Yes, yes, yes. I have to give a shout out to Liz right now. She said, "Hey family," said her story too. Come on, so proud. And then I
Hey,
just said, like, this just threw me off because she's like, just love how just opening the doors for all of you guys to tell this, tell your stories and share your
yeah,
stories.
yeah,
And look, Tanisha says, "Oh, we got to give each other's flowers, right? While we can."
right.
But those were the predecessors. So I was able
Mm,
to share and tell my story, right?
mm,
So by
mm,
me being able to share and tell my story, I'm just one person.
right.
I was able to share and tell my story.
Mm,
And so then you have 25 women in her story too who shared theirs. And now because they shared theirs, oh, we can't leave out our kings. We got 15 kings
hey, come on now.
who
Come on now.
bared their soul
That
and told
was
theirs.
amazing. Yes, come on now.
Let's
Yes.
sit with that for a second. When you heard that, because you didn't even know about that, because you were just
Right,
her story too. So what was that
right.
like when you heard about him story? What?
Man, thank you for asking that question, because I'm in the era right now where I'm watching a lot of Instagram posts and things, and there are a lot of men out there talking, revealing themselves. And what was awesome to see is how that revealing kind of touched closer to home, and to be a part of a group of not only women, but to have men to open up their minds and their hearts to and be able to reveal themselves is truly powerful. um, I'm just really moved by that whole thing. And their stories are truly touching and also very courageous. You can see the healing process ongoing, like in that moment. I was watching another post that you had put up, Carolyn, where you were interviewing some of the gentlemen from that book. And it was just awesome and powerful, is what I can say. It was educating, definitely.
Educating. The key word
Mm.
that I keep hearing is understand. Do you have a better level of understanding of?
Mm. Um, I think I'm gonna say absolutely yes, a better understanding. Anytime you're listening to someone with the intent of learning, when you don't come to the table with an answer already prepared, or a perspective already concocted, when you come to the table to listen and to learn, you're going to gain a better understanding. Some things were confirmed, some things I found that were new, um, some things I was just like, wow, just really the courage to open up like that in front of people, especially when men are labeled as the ones who don't speak, who don't reveal, when they're taught not to cry, when they're taught you know these things that are shutting down emotions when they're taught that emotions are weak, when in reality it's your emotions that save you. It's your emotions that save you from danger. It's your emotions that tell you to turn right when you was going to make that left. It's your emotions that let you know you're hurting. It's the emotions that let you know you're happy. So I was just really moved to be a part of this entire thing. It's just extremely healing. Extremely.
That part right there, the healing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the healing, and thank you for sharing that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Liz on here. She going, yes, because one her king is in him story, right?
Yes,
So, it's healing on the macro and the micro level, right? At its
yes, yes,
nucleus, at its core, it's all of us, right?
yes, yes.
Because at the end of the day, for us ladies, I have this is a whole movement, and it's
Right,
I am her, you are her, we are her, because we're
right.
all in this together, right?
Yes,
As
yes.
you said, your tribe. You was like, I found my tribe. We
Oh my
we gonna touch on
God.
that first. We're gonna touch on that, right? This tribe thing, right? I say it's my village. My village runs deep, right? My
Say
village
that.
runs deep. But then to have it to this extent of this broader base of now we have him,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like you can't have him without her,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't have her without him.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
It's
yes,
we're each other's yin and yang. Like
yes,
it's this that's called balance, right? Her
yes, yes.
story, her story is truly about healing, right? Because all of
Absolutely.
us are her, even they're her, even the men are her, because it
Yeah,
has to do with healing. It has to
yeah.
do with being empowered. It has to be with being resilient when life throws curveballs and gives you lemons and all those
Yes,
things, right? Gives you
yes, and
mud,
everything
gives
to
you
do
muck,
with that. Yes,
give you crap, give you all that stuff,
yeah,
right?
yes, yeah.
But then at the end of the day, we're all him. And
Come
so
on, Karen.
we're all him. Because when
Yeah,
you go through the process of becoming her,
yeah, yeah,
then you are truly him.
yes,
And him, and we gonna give them their flowers right now too, is being honorable. Because honorable, when you're honorable, this is how you show up in the world.
yes,
Intelligence, because now you're using the brain that God has given you, right? Your discernment, giving you
yeah,
the way to know right from wrong and what to do, all those things, right?
yeah,
And it
right.
allows you to make wise choices. That's the word I was looking for, wise choices. And then that allows you to truly fully be matured in
Yeah,
who you are, that you're no longer the person, the man that you were, the woman that you were, I'm sorry, the girl that you were, the boy that you
mm,
were, right?
mm-hmm,
Your
mm-hmm,
body
mm-hmm.
grows, but our inner child does not, because of those hurt wounds and things of that nature. So we take that with us,
Listen.
and then hurt people all
Yes,
day, every day, all the
yes,
way around. But it's when you
yes,
get to this level of understanding. So her has everything to do with healing, and
yes,
him has everything to do with understanding. And when you're able
yes,
to understand, like I heard you say before, when you're really listening with a level of learning, because now that allows you to know, this is where this intelligence comes in at, right? This is allows
yes,
you to know how to maneuver, how to move,
right,
and
right,
whether you should or you shouldn't,
right,
right?
right,
Whether you should,
right,
because everything
right,
everything does not require a response,
right, right.
but we
Can you
think
say
we
that
do.
again for the people in the back though? Right.
Okay,
Everything
I gotta get a little
doesn't
closer. So everything does
come
not
on.
always require a response.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
let's sit back
Yeah.
and let that
Right. Right. Because it's your power. That's your power. You know what I
right,
mean? You have the power to respond or not to respond. You
right,
know what I mean? You have the power
right.
to believe it or not, your emotions are yours. And can't
Yeah,
nobody bring out anything in you that's not already deposited in you. So if it's not in you, it's not coming out of you. You know what I mean? You can't radiate something that's not already there. So if somebody comes along and does something to you and there's a response, you now listen, everybody ain't gonna like this answer, but that's okay. You know what I mean? That's okay. But when someone does something to you or says something to you, and you have this exploding response or not, that's because that's what's already in you.
Well,
Like,
that's not called a response. That's called a reaction.
A reaction. Thank you. Yes. Your response is your reaction. Right. Thank you. But you have power over that reaction. You have a choice. You make a choice on how you're going to react. And it takes practice. And through that practice, you become mature. You become mature.
That part. You're like, duh, yeah. Like, really. I mean, it's easier said than done.
Absolutely.
That's it's easier said than done, because life things will occur and happen that if you have not processed some things, will come back. You know, they always say, oh, that come back to haunt you. It doesn't come back to haunt you. It comes back to remind you that that still needs addressing.
Yeah.
That still needs to be addressed.
Yes. You're
ignoring and bypassing and masking and covering and no, I don't want to. But it's still there. It lingers. It lingers. Like you throw, how they say, you throw the bath water out with the baby.
Yeah,
that's my life. But that's like kind of what that turns out to be. So yeah, interesting, very interesting when all of that. But I like the way, you just tied it all up in a nice little bow. But that's pretty much for the ones who are watching tonight. That's literally what it is. And you'll hear me say this over and over and over again, because it's really truly the polarity of both beings. It just really, it's your own yin and yang, right? You are your own yin and yang. You are your own. Let me repeat that. You are your own yin and yang.
And which one do you feed? Right.
Because you are a balanced person.
Yeah.
And when you're able to be with another, however interaction you want with another balanced being, being, then that's when progression and progress happens.
And that's
and communication can then flow, right? And now that's just what it is. But if we're not in practice of that, if we're not aware of that, if we're not understanding that, if we're not healed from that,
your response will say whether you're healed from something or not. Your response, at least in my experience, that's what I can say. Your response details whether you're healed or not, or on the way to healing. Healed, past tense, healing, ing, action. You know what I mean? On your way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. On your way, healed, right? Because it's healed,
right?
Empowered, right? And just plain old resilient. Because that's just we're just gonna put a period right there. Because you're resilient,
right?
That's the only time you're gonna put a period. Because that's the only time you're gonna put a period. Everything else is commas, right? Because we don't want to stop anything. But the resilience, oh no, because drama and trauma, no, it stops with me right here, because I'm resilient. Because you're gonna come, it's gonna come. Things are gonna come. It's ebbs and flows, just like the seasons. The seasons will come and they will go. Rain will come and rain will go. Unless we're going to get 40 days and 40 nights again, but I hope that's not in my lifetime. But I'm just saying. It comes and it goes.
Yeah, it does. And they repeat, like the seasons. They repeat throughout your life. If you don't have resolution as a child, if those traumas are not resolved, you will find that somehow in your adolescent life they'll repeat. And then as you move forward, it keeps repeating until you figure it out.
Exactly. So now that you said we figured it out, and like you said, they repeat themselves, and you had these other people that paved the way, right? Like you said, to be the trailblazers, to really allow you to say yes. Like something made you say yes when you heard about this Her Story 2, And now it's time for you to now release your story. So
Right.
walk us through that process, and maybe you can give us a snippet of just what your story is about.
Man, to walk you through the process, I think that I think that I've kind of always been this person. A very good friend of mine said to me, we were having like a good, those good in-depth talks.
Mm-hmm.
And he said to me, he said, Erica, you may not be the person to lead the march, but you may be the person that sparks the mind of the individual that leads the march.
Okay.
And I kind of carried that with me, never knowing exactly where to place that. You know what I mean? But there have been opportunities in my life where I just been able to speak into people's lives, not like I was trying to. You know how people are trying, they try to have a timely word. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to have a timely word. That time came up and I had a word. You know what I mean? It just kind of like went together like that. So my daughter and I, we did a Performing Black Student Union, and at her school, and that was a lot of fun. And I got to be with those kids, and I found my place with them, and I really felt like, man, this is really, really where I want to be. And it was really a great mentoring relationship between myself and them. The kickoff would probably have been 2020. In 2020, I moved here. I'm recently divorced from a 22-year marriage. I have two beautiful children. And I came here to start over. And I was doing great. I found a job, a new car, an apartment, got everything together within the 3 months time, and doing great at my job. Climbing the corporate ladder, was doing really, really well. And just to, skip forward just a little bit, I found out that I was diagnosed with a rare cancer, adenocarcinoma. By the time I found out, I was stage 4B out of 5 stages. I had never even heard of adenocarcinoma, so I was dying from a disease I hadn't even heard of. I remember the day that I was diagnosed with that, and I had actually gone in for a hysterectomy, so I had no signs that I was actually that I was dying. Like I was the girl who got up early in the morning at 4:30 a.m. to work out before work because I wanted to beeline. I had my sights set on the 1%. And because I am divorced, what I had done was gone online and followed certain kings to kind of submit myself in a way to submit myself. And I followed and took their advice. And one of the things that they were telling me was, that the 1%, they get up before the sunrise. And it was a run to the place of war within myself to be able to get up at this time and jump into a workout until it became habitual and become a part of my life. So I was doing all of that. And at the time I had cancer, but I just didn't know it. I also had COVID and didn't and had the two together and didn't know it. So when I went to go have a hysterectomy, because now I've gone from receptionist to executive assistant, and it was just me and my boss in the office, and I didn't want to call out or go and have this procedure done because it was just me and him, and I had just gotten into that position. But that, that still quiet voice, that still quiet voice kept saying, you need to have a hysterectomy because it's going to take you out of, it's going to take you out of, it's going to take you out of the office, and you just got it. But the still quiet voice just kept pressing me to do it. So when I finally did agree, my boss had 5 daughters of his own, so he definitely understood and he was compassionate. And I was just like, 2 months, you know what I mean? I'll be down for 2 weeks. The next 2 weeks I'll work from home. Next 4 weeks I'll work from home. And then the next month, I'll be back in the office. Well, I found out that I was that I had cancer on the table. They were doing the hysterectomy laparoscopically, and they found it when they opened me up. So I remember the nurse coming into the room and telling me, once I opened my eyes, that she was saying, Erica, you have cancer. And surviving that, stage 4B out of 5 stages, surviving that was really something that I powered through. I think I shut off. I didn't listen to the news. I didn't listen to any negative talk or anything like that. And I powered through that thing. And to God be the glory, because He kind of set me with a lifestyle prior to my diagnosis that aided me in my ability to get through the chemo. And my aunt gave me a call because my aunt is familiar with Carolyn and the Her Story book, and she urged me to tell my story. And I felt like this was a perfect platform. It had come at the right time. And not to say that it was easy, not that I felt like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna tell my story and I'm gonna put it out there for everybody to know. No, that's not exactly what it was. It took an immense amount of courage, because this meant that I had to open doors that I had long closed in order to tell my story. I felt like I was going through what is this that people are going, the imposter syndrome. I was going through that. And what I felt like was, I don't have a degree, but God gave me life experience through surviving this cancer. It was like equivalent to a degree, you know what I'm saying? As Beyonce's song says, school in life. It kind of gave me like a validation, I guess, to say that I can be here, that I have every right to be here, and that I have a story that can bless somebody else and that needs to be told. And also the reciprocation level. I'm telling this story for my healing, in hopes of healing somebody else, and encouraging someone else, and letting them know, you can get up. You can get up. And so writing this down kind of took it to another level of real. As if you can get any realer than chemo and stage 4B cancer. Yes, I understand that. But something about writing it down just put it in perspective for me. I hope that I'm making sense with that.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You definitely are definitely making sense. Like you said, the timing. Look at the timing. I always say it's divine timing, right? Everything happens not when we expect it, but it's when we need it and when we receive it. And here's the beauty of this, right? I'm going to give you some of your flowers, Liz. She said this before you even shared all the things in your story. So here she said, she has to say, so you're beautiful inside and out. What she's getting is you're resilient warrior. And then you start talking about everything you went through. She wrote that before you opened your mouth about all of that. Receive it, right?
Right. Yeah.
Receive it. I don't, we got, you're an inspiration. You got Cynthia Colbert, she has an amazing story from her uncle was an Olympian, had the pleasure of meeting her at a book signing. So yeah, she has history. Her family is full of history, as all of ours are, right? When you tell the story, it's important to tell and share the story. And Allegra, she said, you belong here.
See, that's what I'm talking about. This is my tribe. This is my tribe. I have been looking for y'all for I don't know how long. It is my tribe.
Look, Haley says same. I don't know if she meant it for that, but it works. Same. So yeah, so talk about that. You said your tribe. Like, yeah, you were so excited about, because I challenged you the other day, right? So because we were having this whole conversation about the speaking and public speaking and whoa, how do you do this and what do we do? And so I challenged you and I was like, go live. You were like, what? You were like, but this is my tribe. I said, go in the group and tell them that. And you were like, oh.
Right.
But you did it.
Man, because I had to rise to the level. I had to rise to the occasion. You know what I mean? Because this is something to be celebrated. I have been alone in a room full of people. I have been alone and misunderstood and passed by in the church. A lot of my prior businesses were church based, and I was surrounded by pastors and bishops and all kinds of things, and they just seemed to miss me every time. You know what I mean? Just sort of miss me every time when it came, to giving a word. It would, every now and then, a little peek somebody would get a glimpse, and I really had to sit and waiting, and I really felt like like you're saying, I'm a great team player, but I felt like I had been benched. And so I just had to wait, and when this opportunity came, I was like, doors and stairs are very significant to me. And so when this door opened, I also, because you ask God, please open a door, and we meet in prayer. We thank God for the doors that have been closed and the doors that have been opened, right? I also have to say, God, not only thank you for the open door, but give me the courage to walk through it, because the door could open, but I don't have the courage to walk through it. I had to have courage. In order to do this, you better believe, if you remember in the beginning, Carolyn, what we talked about before, I didn't immediately say yes. You know what I mean? I didn't immediately say yes, because I was like, man, what you mean tell my story? Like, tell it to who? You know what I mean? Tell it to who? And then, once you pen it and you write it down, and you go through those emotions, here comes the tribe to validate the feelings that you have, to let you know you're not alone.
You're not, and watch this. The tribe, right?
Yeah.
Look at this. Welcome to the family, sis, from your hymn story, brother.
Hey. That's what's up. I really appreciate that. Really, I do. Honestly, I do, because it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming, and so this is the door that has been opened, and it came along with the courage, but but the courage didn't feel like, oh, I'm ready to tell my story. I was still shook. You know what I mean? But
guess what? Even the ones who were ready still was shook.
Yes.
Because now it's like, I'm ready. And then it's like, oh.
Yes. It's a back and forth. It's peaks and valleys, but they're sharper in a short amount of time.
I know it's like, I'm done, but I'm like, did I really do that?
Yes.
Wait a minute. They go in there. She said, I'm your hymn story sis-in-law. Listen, Liz, you're gonna have to be part of her story 3. I'm just saying, like, you're gonna have to just marry into the family, be blood, be through book and marriage, right?
See, I love this. This is wonderful. It's wonderful on so many sides. You know what I mean? I'm walking into something new. I'm walking into something that has been foretold about me. This is the first step into what has been prophesied over my life. This is the first step. I received this years ago.
Wow. Kelly's agreeing with you too. She wasn't, but she knew something she had to do. So she's with you on that too. She's with you on that too. She's saying this is powerful. And look, she can't wait to hear your story. Look. Confirmation. Liz says, okay, I'm down. That's my right. Go ahead, Liz. We'll give you bam. Oh, my hands ashy. Why y'all ain't telling me that was ashy, y'all? Dang. Put my shake on. Shout out to look. From my sister down at, one of your sister, and I got some of her shea butter from Florida. That's Andrea.
Karen, that's what I love about you. You're so real. You be like, hey, it is what it is, man.
This shea butter on, man. See that? My knuckles was all ashy. Like, wait, tell a sister. Dang. Hold up.
So funny.
So let me see. Wait a minute. Julian got a whole listen, I was definitely shook. He needs to write shooketh. Sharing my story. He said, wait till you read Meet Julia, Straight No Chaser.
Ooh.
You wasn't alone, sis. Let me tell you. Julian, I know, right? Lord have mercy. So yeah. That their book is powerful. Liz can attest, not just because her hubby's in it, sis-in-law, book-in-law, sis book-in-law, but I mean, listen, her story is I can't even talk. And it has nothing to do with being ashy. I can't talk. It's just their stories are powerful. Like they're life altering. Like her story is life altering, right? Him's story is raw, unfiltered, authentic, like straight no chaser. Like this is what we get because we think men don't talk.
I am so honored to be to be with a group of people who are on a journey to break generational curses, and I am proud to be a part of that. I am just overjoyed, you know what I mean, to finally, it's important to be around like-minded people.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's important to be around like-minded people.
Absolutely.
And I also find it important to not be the smartest in the room. It's important. It's important to be uncomfortable.
Let me show you how much you're not alone. So if she's not alone because you have a story, I want you to type in the chat, I have a story. Like I want us to see, like, I have a story. Because you're not alone in this. So yes, a path of change and speaking. Wait a minute, let me see what she's saying. A path of change and speaking our truth for others to follow our lead. Like this thing should be like blowing up. Like I have a story. Y'all probably, I can't even get to it fast enough. Like I have a story. Like, because you're not alone in any of this, because all of us have a story, right? Look, she's like, capital letters, I have a story.
Yeah.
Look, capital letters again, I have a story.
Man, I got goosebumps right now.
Because we are not storyless.
Right.
We're not storyless.
Right.
I have a story.
Right.
I have a story. So you're not alone, because that's why it's I am her, you are her, we are her. I am him. Can't have her without him.
Right.
Can't have him without her.
Right. Right.
Point
absolutely.
Blank.
Yes.
Oh,
absolutely.
see, listen. Oh, we come through.
Hey.
I have a story.
Hey.
You're not alone. I'm your company.
See, come on.
Cynthia,
Look, Cynthia, you know I got a habit of running, right? You know.
Girl, don't you listen? I almost did it. I
saw you.
She's our runner. She's our resident runner, y'all.
Look. She's a runner. She's a track star. I don't know what it is, but I will take off running when something resonates in my spirit like that.
I have a story. You're not alone. I'm your company with authority, because you're use some capital letters. You yelling, right? See, but it's okay.
Yeah,
that's with authority. right?
Yeah.
I'm your company. I'm your tribe. You're not alone. Like we all have something. We all have
Yeah.
some. Nobody is story less. I say that all the time. She is me. Period.
Right.
She is
Right.
me.
Right.
She is me. I am her. You are her.
Hmm.
We are her.
Man, this is just absolutely amazing and a beautiful thing to be a part of.
Yeah. All around the world.
Yeah.
25 women in the other, all 6 continents. Now there's 7. I know there's 7. But until I can get, the rights from Happy Feet and get Happy Feet to, little penguin to write me something. But other than that, they ain't happening. So, but
Somebody from up there going, somebody's coming. Somebody's coming from there.
listen, but they're not they're as I can get the Coca-Cola polar bear to
Right.
story. I don't know, but there's
So that's gonna be their story that they was up there.
People are not indigenous to that continent, so we just go to visit. I don't know why, but we go to visit. So and we stay there for a little while and do weird tests and stuff. But I digress. So let's continue. So like your story, her story, him story turns the volume up for those who need to tell their story. She's like trailblazer. I can hear her voice just trail. She dropping all kinds of mics. She's throwing stuff at the computer right now. Her phone probably went across the room because this child is. I can't wait till she can get on. Man, power comes out of her voice every single time. Every single time. Wait a minute. She like UK is here. Mm-hmm.
Hey,
right here. Hey. Great Britain in the house.
Yes.
From the UK all day. She's like, listen, represented. And this is the second representation because we have someone from the UK in her story.
Right.
Right. And so now her story too, because she's like, yo, listen, my sister, right? That's over here across the pond. She's like, I also have a story too.
Right.
And here we go. We have, you're from, watch this, Virginia, but not just Virginia, Henrico, Virginia. I don't know where the heck that's at, but I'm assuming.
I didn't know about it either until I got here. Right.
And then so we have someone from her story.
Yeah.
Who's also from Henrico.
That's crazy.
Virginia.
Right.
What?
Right.
Her story too. Like I have a story because together we're overcoming these obstacles. Like people, y'all got to really understand and see the signs and the things that are happening and taking place here, right?
Right.
It's bigger than all of us. It has nothing to do with us, but it has everything to do with our story. So that way someone else can then be free from theirs.
Yeah. Man.
Be free from theirs.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's time to reveal. It's time to open up and to stop carrying this weight around. Yes. You know what I mean? Carrying the weight around and calling it strong. Yep. Carrying that around.
Say that one again.
Yep. Carrying this weight around. You're carrying the weight around. Keeping your mouth closed, calling it strength. When in reality, the strength is in the revealing. The strength is in the coming forward. The strength is in giving that story. The strength is seated there. For a long time, I called it strength because I kept it all in. Because I did it all.
We got that stance. I'm strong.
Yep.
I'm strong.
And I called that strength. For many years.
This is showing you like, okay, usually when we do these, they might be about, 20 minutes, give or take. But listen, when it flows, right? And because it's not for us, as Haley says, it's not meant for us. It's meant for others. It was meant for us for others. Period.
Right.
It was meant for us for others. Period.
Yes.
Period. Breaking that chain, girl. We got fire right here. We got
Ooh.
carrying this weight around, calling it strength. She's like, girl, collection plate, please. Collection plate. Yes.
Pass the plate.
Yes.
Bad.
Yes.
I did that for many years. Yeah. Yeah. Full.
Yeah.
Just heavy.
Full.
Just heavy.
Full. Just full.
Heavy.
Just full.
Yeah.
Just,
Thought that was life. I was heavy for so long.
mm-hmm.
I didn't know, I was afraid to speak out. You know what I mean? And I hid behind the label of strong.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that other people started to call me strong. Girl,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be all right. You know what I mean? Oh, you're gonna be all right. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You gonna be all right. And I'm like, but wait. I think I need to, girl, you're gonna be all right. You know what I mean? So I was like, well, let me go on and be what they calling me then. Strong.
Mm-hmm.
And hold it all in. Yeah.
Hold it all in.
Yeah.
But at some point, there's a breaking point.
Woo! And when it breaks, the flood that rushes forward of just like let me say, it start to get so good to you that you be like, hold up, I got this other closet I've been meaning to open. Let me go get this one too, because look, that felt so good. Let me go get this other closet. I'm start telling stuff that you don't even need to be telling. You cleaning house so good. Get to clean the house so good. You be like, look, let me tell you what happened to me when I was 5.
You start going way.
Emptying yourself. It's a very therapeutic process, while at the same time it's scary to do so.
Yeah, it is. But that's when growth occurs, right? When you're challenged, when you're under pressure, when that's where the healing happens in that space as well. So I want to let you know that you have, Haley, she says she's proud of you.
Oh man.
As we all are, right? Proud of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Proud, like you guys are proud of her. Just say proud of you. Just give her her flowers. Tell her
y'all gonna make me ugly cry up in here. Y'all
up in here.
Y'all make me ugly cry.
If you are proud of her, just give her her flowers so she can go back and look at this and be like, I can't believe I did this. And then she's gonna get to read your stuff and be like, proud. Ugh, I can't talk now. And Haley saying she found this so healing. Writing it painful. Oh, wait. She said, but I actually see it from a whole new perspective. I can't wait to read your story, babe. Listen, I'm crying. I'll cry with you. You got proud of you. I think I saw it somewhere. You got proud of you. You getting your flowers. You getting all, man, look, as a nurse, I understand the physical impacts of trauma and releasing it. She said, can you share? Oh, here we go. You got a question.
Okay.
All right. Can you share what the freedom of your story has done for you as a physical person? And
let me take off running.
Yeah, and she is proud of you too. So go ahead.
Okay. The question is, would you please repeat the question? What has the freedom done?
Yeah, I'll put it up so you can see it again. There you go.
Hold on. I got to put my glasses on here. Oh, my physical person. Let me tell you. I'm going to dig back just a little bit for one quick second. When I said I was married for 22 years and that I was recently divorced, but I have 2 beautiful children. Someone said to me that they believed that cancer manifested in my body because of what I've gone through for 22 years in that marriage. That it was a residual of my trauma. I had been diagnosed with relationship PTSD. The freedom that I am now experiencing, because it's ongoing, The freedom is, for me, it's just not one door, bam, there, and then I'm free. The freedom, I just keep opening doors and keep opening doors. And each time I open a door, I get a little bit lighter. Each time I open a door, I get a little bit stronger. I have learned how to love myself for the first time in my life. I am learning what loving myself is for the first time. And that is part of that's what freeing myself has done. Learning that my strength is in revealing. My strength is sometimes saying no. My strength is sometimes saying yes. My strength sometimes is sitting still. We're not going to talk about that. The strength to sit still, the strength to get up. Every time I do that, I feel freer. My pathways in my brain have been freed to do other things. That's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing about the pathways in your brain that keep you repeating the things that cause you trauma, repeating those things that cause you trauma. This freedom has helped me not to keep running down that same pathway, if that makes sense. I'm hoping that makes sense. But it has just manifested in my body. My case was so rare that they had to find doctors in what the military, it says, they call going out to community, which means that the hospital that I was being treated at did not have the doctors in order to perform the surgery needed in order to save my life. They had to go out into community and find 2 doctors to be able to put together to be able to come and do what needed to be done. I had a procedure that was called a FOLFOX. This is a type of chemo where they had to pour warm chemo in my body and rock me for 45 minutes and then drain that chemo off my body. While they were going in to get the organs that had been infected by the cancer, I really felt like, because when I came out of that, I kept telling myself to get up. I kept telling myself, Erica, get up. And it was that freeing, it was releasing that weight from myself. I think myself personally that cancer was really the beginning of my life, not the ending. It was the start of my new life, not the ending of my life. It was about the revealing of who I am, like truly who I am, and those around me. Cancer not only affected me and who I really am, but also those around me. The freedom that I feel now is so different from what I felt before, because before I was a created image. I was putting on, because that's what our business was. I was putting on, I was acting like this and acting like that. This is the first time in my life I feel like I'm being my most authentic self. And that is freeing, and putting myself first, and putting my healing first by writing in this book and sharing. I hope I answered your question, because you really took me somewhere with that question. I am closest to my most authentic self than I have ever been, I think, in my life. Dare I say that? Dare I say that I am loving myself and understanding what true love is for the first time in my life. And I discovered that part of that discovery was I was telling my daughter what I needed for her to do for her life. I need you to go to school. I need you to do this, and I need you to do that. And a light bulb went off, and I said, why am I telling her that? I'm telling her that because I love her. And then I was like, oh my God, let me turn this mirror on myself. How have I been talking to myself this whole time about, loving myself? And part of this book is this is the first time loving myself. And because I haven't been loving myself for so long, it actually almost felt awkward. It felt awkward to love myself. It felt strange to love myself. I hadn't put myself first in so long that I was unfamiliar with the process even. And Man, see now y'all getting all in my closet and whatnots here. Y'all getting all in my stuff.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's
yeah. I'm coming.
power. That's power. That's power. That
Coming
is
into my
that is
power.
strength. So, but the definition and the way it was being exposed was different. It's a different
Yeah,
type of strength, right?
yeah,
Different type
yeah.
of strength that I can authentically say I love you too. So that I feel you. And I'm literally in tears and praising God with you and for you. Even in your gestures of opening several doors, I saw freedom. I'm in a
Mm,
full-fledged shout. Someone needed to hear healing embodies the full being. So thank you.
mm.
Listen, listen, listen. Haley said, wow, look, you getting all your flowers. She said, you could write a whole book, my lovely. Yeah. This is just the beginning. As you said, this is just the beginning. Life truly begins. Life truly begins when you're uncomfortable. That's when life truly begins. So I know. Woo, I know, right? Woo, heavy, heavy. Let's bring us back up for a second and let's just celebrate you, Queen. Let's
Hey,
just let's
thank
just give her some snap, some whatever y'all want to give her. Give us some hearts emojis, some flowers, just flood the time, hearts if you're on Facebook, like let's just give her all this love, all this love, all this love, all this love, right?
man.
All this love, all this love, all this love, like all this love, like you getting fire emojis, you getting all kinds of stuff.
Mm.
You getting look, you getting hearts, you getting whatever that was. I don't know, it's something. You get flowers. You
Wow,
getting
man.
all the love. You getting all the love. So
Thank y'all
listen,
so much. I just thank y'all so, so, so much. This experience is definitely life changing. Carolyn, on look, you are a marker on my timeline of life. Yeah, this is a marker in my timeline of life.
mm.
Yep,
And all we did was just give them an outline.
yep.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
As they still coming in, you got the two snaps. That's what that was. Then
Hey.
we got True That. We're all in this together. Be strong, my sister. So, and that's why this is two together overcoming obstacles, because
Mm,
together, as you can see, this community has been built. You have,
mm,
I mean, Haley is like literally should be counting Z's right now, but she's like, I'm staying here with you because I'm with you.
mm,
You know what I mean? Like I'm with you because we're all in this together. We're all connected, and we're all connected, whether we like it or
mm.
not, right? And it's
Right.
how we choose to embrace it, how we choose to see it, how we choose to understand it, how we choose to just be. How do we just be? And
Right.
this is it.
Right.
And this is it. And this is it. She's like, yes, I'm shattered, but I'm here. That's Haley. She said, I'm shattered. She said, but I'm here. But I'm here. So, we're all here. We just released this amazing book, Her Story Too. I'll be remiss without showing everybody what this is going to entail. Like we just released it just a couple days ago on the
Mm,
11th, literally
yeah.
4 days ago. This thing right here, Her Story Too. Together overcoming obstacles, as the predecessor to Her Story, Healed, Empowered, Resilient.
Mm,
And this thing right here is already has already, and it's not, the release date is not until April 11th. I need y'all to understand that the power that within 24 hours, not even 24 hours, these ladies already earned this badge. They already earned this. Amazon #1 bestseller. #1 best. They're still a bestseller. They're still in multiple categories listed as a bestseller, but they hit that #1 mark within the first 24 hours of this, even just making the announcement and allowing the people to know that this is ready. We are here. We are here. And so we are here. You know, we are here. We are here. We are here, right? Whether, you know, we are here. That's all I can keep saying is we are here. Listen. They coming in on this chat. I can't even keep up with this stuff. They like, yes, you did it. Yes, we got the claps. We got, yes, we did it. Yes, I did it. You did it. Boom. Congratulations. And we are family.
Hey.
Oh my me. See, I gotta sing it off key on purpose so they don't shut me down. Because I don't want them to recognize, like, wait a minute, that sounds like we're gonna sing it differently. We please. Siri might start playing it, so let me shush. Did you say? Oh my gosh. Play it.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
So, oh my gosh. So let me tell them what's happening. So once again, I'm just so glad that we're able to celebrate you today on the midway of the month, you know, Women's History Month, because we're making history, but we're making her story in a whole way. It's her story.
Yes.
We're making it because we are strong, right?
Yes.
We are strong. We are enough. We are doing this thing. So if you do not have a copy of this, I go here. Bitly pre-order her story too. Pre-order it. So that way on February 11th, I'm going back in time. When I can turn back time. Okay, stop. You didn't hear that. Go there so that way you can get your pre-order for the book when it releases on April 11th. And on April 11th, we want to see you join us live. You see that? We're having a launch party, a 2-day launch party, a virtual launch party, when we're going to have all of our sisters together over those 2 days. See, I'm honoring them right now because it's Women's History Month. And I just want you guys to meet them. I want you guys to learn a little bit about them and give them their flowers and give them their shine. Because it took a lot. It took a lot of courage. It took a lot to just show up. Right? It took a lot to show up. So if you see right there, you have her story 2 launchparty.eventbrite.com is where you can go to register. So that way you can join us on the 2-day. It's in the middle of the week. I think it's Tuesday and Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, or Monday or 2. I gotta look at the calendar again. One of those 2 days. It's the middle of the week. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we are going to celebrate. You're going to meet all of the women. We may not be able to get to all of them, you know, throughout this month, but you will get to meet them all when we celebrate. The launch in the book will finally be here and ready. Like, woo! And then we can just dive right on in. So thank you once again for just saying yes. Not just to this, but saying yes to you. That's the most important part. You said yes to you.
Yeah.
And because you said that door that opened and you decided to go through, like, you didn't, I mean, of course, you know, you tipped through a little bit, but I'm going to tell you, once you got in the room, you start saying, oh, it's not that bad in here. Let me see what this does. Let me see where this door leads to. Let me see. Now you know that it's not scary. So now let me explore some more doors that continue to be open. And so keep that, your yeses will continue to, the doors will fly open.
Yeah.
Your nose will get you nowhere.
Right.
Now, there are times when a no is a no.
Right.
But it's not your decision if that no is supposed to be the no.
Right. Right.
That part. That part right there.
Yeah, it's that part.
And it's that part. And it's that part. So, but dear, listen, I want to be respectful of all of us this evening, and overseas where she's still up and it's tomorrow already. We don't want to catch up with her right now. We want to stay where we at. Stay where we at. We're going to get there later. Right. We're going to get there. But listen, Erica, it's been such a pleasure.
Thank you.
It's been such a pleasure to allow you to just have this moment, and to bask in it and to know that it's really not that bad, right? After the fact, you're gonna go, hoo, hoo, hoo. But in the meantime, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Quite feeling, actually, and the love that I received from my tribe is everything. It's definitely everything. It's everything.
Yes, everything. Look, Haley's like, with that, I'm off. She's like, with that, you say, Roger that. Roger that. Honored to share this space with this phenomenal woman. Same here. I get to share the space with all of you ladies. All of you are phenomenal in your own right, doing extraordinary things. And listen, last but not least, you're not alone, and we're here for you. So Erica, tell people how they can reach you.
My name is Erica Jo Robinson. So you can find me at Miss EJ Robinson at gmail.com and on Instagram and comingsoon.com.
And if you had to give someone a final word of encouragement, what would it be?
I would say, know that you have the power to get up. Get up. Get up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Erica.
No, thank you. It was wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate this greatly, and I appreciate you. Yeah.
Appreciate you. Great. All right. Well, I'm gonna close this out, but you stay backstage, and I'm gonna be right there.
All right. All right.
Okay. Well, you guys, that's it. That's what we got. Listen, off to a good start, right? That's just one of many that you're going to hear from, that you're going to get to learn, you're going to get to meet, you're going to get to just fall in love with and be there for them as well, all around the world. Once again, her story too, together, overcoming obstacles. Make sure you go and you register for this launch party. You can also find it on Amazon right now, but if you can't find it, you just go right here and just, that's Him Story. Man, okay, that's the plug for Him Story. Go to Him Story. Go get Him Story, because that's there right now too for my brethren. And then you can also do a pre-order of her story too. And if you don't have her story, go ahead and listen, might as well get all three. Just go get her story too while you're at it. You might as well get her story as well. So that's all I got for you, ladies and gentlemen, this evening, wherever you're at in the world. I thank you so much for taking the time to join us tonight. And listen, we got more days of her coming forward. So see you guys. Take care. Bye.